It's a hip-hop school.
It's that time.
Past and present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, south,
everywhere.
east,
Where you at?
and west, Midwest.
You
Where you
know
at?
the rule.
Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip-hop school. Big wrong in the crime called Primo Fur and Deja Rude, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the hip-hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip-hop school. Nigga can't be mad cause you got swag and easy, cool, bitch. No motherfucking problem, knowledge rule at the hip-hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip-hop school. Can't look like that, come into son got artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the hip-hop school. Past and present.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I am the Asia, the assistant principal. Down below, you have Supreme Ra, the principal. Next to me, you have Heezy, the dean of all things hip hop. And below me, you have Josh Prince, the counselor. That's right, the counselor. Josh is our new faculty member and co-host of the Hip Hop School Past and Present prestigious podcast. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Make sure that y'all like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to give you a big warm welcome, Josh, for joining the faculty.
Hey man,
welcome in, brother. Welcome in.
Hey, appreciate y'all for letting me come in, man. You know, like I say, man, shit, let's get it.
Hey, we about to turn it up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
10 times more.
But y'all know how we do each and every week. We start off with a hip hop trivia question. This week's hip hop trivia question is brought to you by our sponsors: Supreme's Pull Up, Art by Chung G, the Uhuru Academy, Lit and Leisure Travel, and Odessa Asia. This week's hip hop trivia question is: what song did Juvenile produce for Mystical? Again, what song did Juvenile produce for Mystical? Drop down in the comments, try to answer that throughout the duration of the show, and we'll give the answer at the end. With that being said, class is in session.
So
this week, we're going to be talking about CEOs and how they can either make or break a rapper's career. You have a lot of people who have signed to these different labels, and they have made a great impact on our culture. They definitely move the culture. Then you also have people that have signed to different labels that actually ruined their career. So we're going to explore those things. We're also going to talk about some of the trending topics out there. Y'all know Charleston White and Math Hoffa, whatever his name, ain't it Hoffa? They've been getting into it. Big Gipp, he's on a interview tour run.
Man, Gipp spilling the sauce, man.
Yes, indeed, he got a whole lot to say. You know what I noticed? Because Shaka Khan, she was on an interview going in and saying whatever she wanted to say out her mouth. And then he's saying whatever he wants to say out his mouth. It seemed to me like old people don't give a fuck what they say these days. Like once people get a certain age, have you noticed once these rappers get a certain age, they don't care what come out their mouth?
Man, it seemed like I ain't for sure. You know what I'm saying? But we done kind of seen it with Keith Murray already, but I ain't for sure. But it seemed like the drugs then kind of took a toll over the years on some of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because they just be saying all kind of outlandish, all kind of wild.
That's a hell of a jacket you want to put on these folks, man.
Hey, everybody was already saying it about Keith Murray. You know what I'm saying?
Big Gipp.
Gipp is just spilling real sauce, man. The man, hold on. Before I get in my spiel, it's my freshman show. Let me do one thing though, man, because last night De La Soul, you know what I'm saying? They opened where I'm talking about. They open wide open on all streaming platforms.
Oh, that was last night, huh?
Yeah, this hip hop show. So let me just give a little something, because this was one of them jams to where when the box came on, man, listen, MTV back, you know.
Yeah. For sure. That was one of them ones.
That's one of them ones, man. But yeah, shout out to them though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
like
they fought the machine to get that money right before they went to streaming. You know what I'm saying? And they lost a member. heard recently. He didn't get to see Dave, didn't get to see what happened, but they did it big for him last night.
R.I.P. the plug too, for sure.
Yeah. But man, with Gipp, man, for real, let's spill off into that because Gipp been pouring some real live Southern, like that's a Southern legend, man. And I know a lot of people speak on lyrics for us, man, fuck all that. Sometimes it's just the raw what you bring, and people fail to realize back in the Gap when Good and Mild, Gipp was a gangster for real. He was a Southern, he was one of them old Southern niggas that, you know, they keep that pistol on them, big old tall like, and yeah, I'm with the shit. But the stories he been telling, he been just giving you some real raw shit. Cause in the South, for real, like what he said about your heroes ain't my heroes. We don't look at Jay-Z as number one. Jay-Z good and everything, but I ain't walked in no fucking club and they playing Jay-Z back to back. At none of my upbringing come with that shit. You know what I'm saying? None of it. Which is cool.
Big
I was about to say it gotta be cap, man. But go ahead, though. Do your thing. I mean, go ahead.
Jay-Z wasn't bumping the clubs, but niggas was definitely fucking with Jay-Z, bro.
Niggas was fucking with Jay-Z, but name a Southern nigga that's just like, oh, Jay-Z. When they get in the car, they like put that J on.
Me?
I've seen a lot of motherfuckers over the years.
I didn't start listening to Jay-Z until 2010.
And for his first works wasn't just all that's what they try to make it to be, man. That shit, he was just really trying to find his identity. Man, the man stole Jazzo style. I can't respect the nigga that stole another nigga's style. Now, Goody Mob and all them niggas, they say
you made a hoe, make another hoe.
Even CeeLo, they always were true to who they was. You dig what I'm saying? When Gipp telling them stories, he just giving you rundowns of what.
Let me tell you what Big Gipp doing. Big Gipp and Pimp C was best friends. That's a fact. Everybody know that. So he on his when they bring up New York, he got to defend his friend Pimp C. He ride with Pimp, and Big Gipp I think he a good MC. I think he a smart brother, but he ain't no shit talker. Pimp C a shit talker. So the same thing Big Gipp saying, Pimp C to say the same thing, and niggas will love it. Big Gipp we ain't used to that nigga talking shit. He all been a quiet country nigga. You know what I'm saying? And now he talking shit. It ain't coming out right. It ain't coming across right.
He really ain't talking shit. When he talking about New York, he talking about the big record executives and shit like that. Because he gave Biggie his card. They on one interview they mentioned some names and he say, hey, don't leave out Biggie. Biggie was ahead of his time. Like Biggie knew how to, bring everybody and show him love. Like he knew outside artists would bring
That's a safe. It's safe to say I fuck with Biggie.
It's safe to say that. I mean, everything he's spilling though is like even with the shit that he's talking about the stories with Pac and all that there.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, and
who's saying it.
And I honestly feel like at this time when I listened to the interview Big Gipp had, it sounds like he having an outdated conversation. He's trying to what he's talking about
rewrite history,
bringing it the way he brings it into the present moment, and he's not talking about it in past tense. And it seems like he has a lot of feelings that he harbor, and he's trying to get it out. It's a sense of bitterness or something somewhere where some opportunity it sounds like this man did not get, and he feeling some type of way.
He came.
I agree with that. It kind of sounds like that too.
You dig what I'm saying? So he's telling it from an old perspective of what he knew it to be at the time. They were shitting on it.
Talking about it in that manner in the interview. He's talking about past. It's kind of like he's experiencing PTSD.
Maybe so. You got to understand.
That's what it feels like to me.
Right. Yeah. Because you got to remember when Outkast and them came up here for the Source, up to New York for the Source Awards, they was talking that shit like the South got something to say. So you probably still bitter from back then.
It's the hate that hate produced.
Mm-hmm.
The New York niggas was doing them niggas dirty in the 90s. The niggas ain't forgot. Big Gipp done finally got a boy some nuts to say something that he been wanting to say for years, and he's saying the shit now. But it's kind of like we already know this shit though. You know what I'm saying? So, and we don't want to hear from Big Gipp. Let's just be honest. Big Gipp, we don't want to hear from you.
Not really. You know what I'm saying?
And then I'm gonna tell you something that I did not like about part of what he was saying. The dude asked him about Ludacris, and he asked him, what is it? Why Ludacris is one of the biggest rappers to come out of ATL, And it seemed like he don't get the props that he deserved. When Big Gipp started to explain it, he kind of explained it in a way to make it seem like Ludacris is a dick rider. Like he was shading. It was like he was slick shading Ludacris in his response.
He explained the way it went. Ludacris went up there with them New York record executives and tried to change his shit up to fit into what they thought was branded for commercial shit, and he lost his feel in Atlanta. That's just
AKA a dick rider, and the man even said something about I never hold another man's shoulder.
Guess what? Remember when Slim Thug did the same shit? When he tried to go convert and go and get with Pharrell, he tried to run over there and he tried to conform to the industry standards and it didn't fit him. And
but was any of his peers getting on camera talking about the reason why he's not successful is because he's not willing to dick ride? Did anybody speak on him like Gipp spoke on Ludacris?
No, he spoke on himself like that. He said that he fucked up when
he spoke on himself.
He had to back up and go to his roots.
Yeah. So the sentiments is not the problem to me. What happened and what transpired, and you know, a lot of people did look to New York and want validation from New York. I get that, but Gipp was saying it in a way as to clown Ludacris to me. That's all.
Right. And see, to me, Big Gipp wrong. Luda ain't never said like a New York nigga to me. Ever in history, never.
But Luda was always a industry nigga because he was on the radio. He was a radio DJ. He already came in the game, kind of mainstream, kind of commercial, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what he's saying as far as, you know what I'm saying, trying to fit in. But he always got love in the ATL though. So I don't know what.
If you look at the interview when he's saying like the New York and shit like that, he talking about the industry. He talking about the record execs, the labels. He not talking about individuals. And that's why I think, you know what I'm saying, he might be bitter because like, hey, look, we supposed to get this money. Y'all was fucking over us. We down here on the street. And we going up here. Y'all want to change our styles and shit. We going into these meetings and y'all telling us, hey, man, look, because everything he's speaking from a standpoint of going fucking with these record execs, not individual artists. And I think that's what people mixing up when he's saying New York, because at the time, that's the only place you go get a deal. You got to go to New York. You know what I'm saying? And you got to go in here with these people and shucking jobs, changing shit up. And they wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? We Southerners. We going to rep this shit how it go.
But T.I. did the same shit.
We already know what T.I. on, man. You can see this track. Come on, man. We not
T.I. daddy from New York. So every summer, T.I. spent his summers in New York growing up.
New York. And that's where he went and got his style, and he kind of mixed in with the Southern style. T.I. wasn't even, man, listen, if you really just look at T.I. in his career, man, it's one man in rest his soul who really was gonna ride down on that boy and put his ass to sleep, but he kind of swayed away from Shout It Low, man. Hello, you understand me? When they went to going, he went to ride. Nigga, you used to stay down the street. You came and visited Bankhead, nigga. I'm from Bankhead, nigga. I am Bankhead.
Hey, Shorty Low was on his ass for sure.
He hurry up in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shorty Low go shoot the video. You say you from over here? I didn't see you over here like.
See, you can say it must be two sides.
It must be
two sides. What you talking about?
I'm the kitty club and everything, nigga. I'm Bankhead. Nigga, what you talking about? But
that nigga say hello.
yeah. But Shawty Low, like I say, Shawty Low finna go at his ass. He hurry up and got straight and let me get out the way of him because he got some shit on me that, you know, hey, he went to let him know, nigga, you stayed over there. You used to come visit over here.
And since y'all brought up T.I., so we won't have to circle back to T.I. being that we're talking about CEOs tonight. T.I. is the CEO himself. Got his own record label, Grand Hustle. Right. But T.I. is the only person that was ever on the label that ever made it.
Well, you got Trey the Truth was on the label. Trey the Truth was on there.
That ain't pop. That ain't pop.
I ain't never heard that.
Nobody Trey the Truth ain't never. Come on, quit playing. We don't now. Listen, we ain't gonna do that.
Probably Iggy Azalea had the biggest career.
It was somebody else on there too for a minute. I can't think of.
You gotta give Young Dro. You know what I'm saying? Young Dro had some shit going.
Yeah, Dro
did not become successful.
He didn't come successful. Come on, man. You tripping?
He was like a one-hit wonder though.
He didn't bro like he was supposed to, bro.
He didn't reach the brink of his potential.
Yeah, Dro. Dro.
At
Yeah,
one point in time in the
Joe
early
was like,
2000s, Dro
hey,
was a
Joe was like
household
Duro.
name when it came to like, man, y'all was down south. What the fuck was y'all doing? Y'all wasn't
Yeah,
partying
but
in
he
clubs down
wasn't.
south.
He didn't have that. He
don't
didn't
do
have
Dro
that.
like that, man.
He didn't have that level of success. You know, we
You
did
forgot
I mean,
show
about
but
the
see,
Duro.
lean
the thing of
along
it
with
is,
him.
okay, listen.
Big time, man. Dallas,
We got,
Texas.
see, I think right now we got to categorize success when we talking about these southern artists because like a lot of them, yeah, they didn't have mainstream songs. I'm talking about from going, you know what I'm saying, to clubs and going out and seeing like the effect they had on the culture in the South.
Boy,
Dro is with
Josh
them
capping his
niggas, man.
rookie year.
Huh?
Nigga capping on his debut.
I mean, because I gotta get a man. Listen, I got the man even came in at one point in time. He had niggas with his own. He had his own little swag shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was trying to. That was around like the Soldier Boy time and all that shit. When niggas was swagging and he came in with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like all them around one time. They
I'm
was
not
running
gonna
that.
say he didn't have dope songs. I like Dro. I love Dro.
The first
Actually,
album was great.
he was a he. I'm not saying he's not a dope artist. He just didn't reach the near about the potential he could have reached.
Right,
That's all.
right.
But you still can't say he didn't have no success because when you talk about ATL, his name gonna be mentioned.
He didn't
He
have
was,
the success he was supposed to have.
yeah, I put it that way. He didn't have. I shouldn't have talked in an extreme like that. He didn't have. He did not reach the level of success that he should have.
Yeah, that's how dope he was. He should have been. That nigga should be up there with the legends right now, but he ain't.
I mean, well, you know the little case and shit he caught too kind of threw him off his career pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like he was headed, then they had all that extra shit going on.
He
You
ain't
know
the
what I'm
first
saying?
rapper to get locked up.
I mean, but that derail you sometimes when you got a movement like shit, when
I
you doing
mean,
music, you gotta be able
you
to let the
gotta
people
figure
see.
out
You
some type of way to bounce back.
gotta
You
keep that
hustle in the
truth out.
streets, hustle in the
You know what I'm saying?
rap game, and get your shit
I'm
together.
drove. I'm clean in this bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to show the lean in this
Clean in
bitch.
this bitch.
He had his own little lingo and shit. You can't come on, man. Man, come on now. But T.I. had somebody else over there that
I'm
country.
trying
Well,
to
not
think, man.
He had
That's how sad it is. We
he
know
had
somebody else over there at Grand
I
Hustle.
mean, everybody.
he had the
He
other
had some
girl.
cats over there that was real good, like Rock, like Rue. What his name? Ra, the little red dude.
I don't know him, but Big Country Kane. He had Big Country Kane,
No.
Alpha Mega.
When we get out here, go look him.
Can't
That
think
was
of
one of the
somebody
coldest
else.
niggas he had over there.
Nigga, the Pimp Squad clique had a dope album.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
PSC,
pretty,
like,
that was a pretty nice album.
25 to Life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that goes to show that in some cases, signing to certain labels, they do not benefit your career. In the case where, and I don't think it's a good idea a lot of times for a rapper to sign to a rapper because that CO that's a rapper, 9 times out of 10, his main interest is propelling his own career forward.
Can I brag on some?
All the southern artists.
Okay,
I mean,
how's that cap, Josh?
Birdman, a rapper. Master P was a rapper. Most of all the southern fucking label owners was rappers.
Not Jay Prince wasn't no rapper though.
He wasn't a rapper, but I'm saying most of
Tony
them,
Draper wasn't all right.
but the percentage of them that is out of the top 5 of them, 4 of them was probably rappers.
Cap.
Well, they weren't really good rappers. I'm talking. You got to think about the rappers that
Birdman
actually
really
got a. See, it's a difference, Josh. You got to understand.
Master P was a good rapper for his era.
Listen, there are some rappers that smart as hell, like Master P, Birdman. Them niggas know I'm not no hell of a rapper, and it's only so far I can go. So I don't mind getting these guys and putting them around me and making them big so they could make me some money because they looking for the fame and the fortune. I already got the fame. They gonna make me more fortune. You got some rappers that's like, you got a good rapper like a T.I. that can reach all different heights or whatever the case may be. They're not ready, and their star is shining so bright. Them niggas ain't really finna be trying to dim their light to share that space like that for real.
It's balanced because look what you just said. Master P, he the one that turned Snoop Dogg on to just learning how to get money in the game. Then you go over to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, when he came with YMCMB, shit, he got 2 of the hottest artists.
So speaking of Snoop going to No Limit, is that an example of a success?
Hell yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because he dropped 3 dope albums, 3 successful albums, and he came out the game learning the game, and he dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
He
then
started
he
his
had
own
some
shit.
anthems, like they created anthems together. You know,
Yeah,
down for my
yeah.
fuck them other niggas.
Yeah, that's a, you gotta play that every time.
Whatever that song was, you know, they had
Snoop Dogg
anthems together
said
too.
Master P made him a millionaire. Showed him how to go get, you know, the shit that he supposed to have in rap. When he was on Death Row, he didn't know the business. He wasn't getting no money. And he dropped a lot of hits on Death Row that he wasn't getting no money because they had so much bullshit going on. He wasn't getting the game. When he went and got under P, he got some money. He learned how to go convert his own self and be his own boss. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Master P gonna teach you how to rob, because quiet as it's kept. Master P round there. Master P. Y'all quit laughing. Master P round there.
Hold on. See, motherfuckers disrespect P though, man, because you gotta understand. Hold on.
I gotta tell the people what Master P doing though.
Watch this here. Master P is a certified hustler, man.
Master P and he hustling motherfuckers. Master P going around here hiring people and ain't paying them.
Nah, don't lie on Master P like that, man. Nah, don't do that.
Hey,
shit.
he ain't denied. He ain't denied either though.
That's the production company. But hold on. At the end of the day, you got to get this man his card, man. This man that played in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, he
was one of the first independent artists to distribute a movie. You dig what I'm saying? And make it like damn near a mainstream movie.
Josh, this ain't about character building. This about the fact that this man.
I mean, I can't disrespect his legacy like that, man. Over rumors.
This man hired people.
You got more people that say it. But listen, this the thing.
Don't be trying to build that man character.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Check it out. Speaking of Death Row, right? So we got the other side of people joining the teams. DJ Quick, MC Hammer, they joined Death Row. Did that shit back down?
It was over by then. You know what I'm saying?
MC Hammer and Death Row. Come on, man. Listen, come on.
It was over with by then. But Quick did get a piece of that shit off the
and bumps in the pump was jamming. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a damn what MC Hammer had on.
And that went on Death Row though. He ain't got that on Death Row though. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta come on, MC Hammer on Death Row.
So. But speaking of Death Row,
MC Hammer he was hard out there in Oakland.
Yeah,
he wasn't nothing to play with. That's what I heard.
But then you fucking with a different type of animal when you're going over to Death Row though, because like it's a conflict of interest. You either gonna get down and lay down at the time what Suge was pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, talk about Pac. You know what I'm saying? Because Pac, you know, when he got out, you know, Suge put up that bread to get him out. You know what I'm saying? It came, said, come over here to Death Row. So check it out.
Pac was a bullshit nigga.
Hold on. So how was Pac a bullshit nigga?
Yeah, break it down.
That's my favorite artist. No, listen to what I'm saying. That's my favorite artist. But if you just be logical, this nigga used to run with the 40 Crips. It's like he blended in. He was a comedian. Whoever was doing whatever, he'll get with him and be like that. That becomes him, which is cool. That's my favorite artist. Number one is Pac. Everything, his lyrics. But when it come down to it, to be honest, he was a bullshit nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them niggas that he gonna blend in. He never had a self-identity. It's like when he got with Death Row. Now he a blood. That's what got him killed. You know what I'm saying? Doing bullshit.
Man ruined his rookie debut, man. You ruined your rookie debut, bro.
You basically saying Tupac was impressionable.
Listen. Yeah. Whether we want to admit it or not, we gotta be honest, man. Now I'm a big Pac fan, but I'm a fan of the truth before I'm a fan of the man. He was a bullshit nigga, and his track record showed. You know what I'm saying? That's how he got caught up with Haitian Jack and all them niggas trying to blend in the places that he didn't belong. But he gonna try to jump
similar things. I done said similar things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's my boy though. You know what I'm saying? And then even in the interview with Gipp, when he said, man, when Pac did what movie he say he did, he said he really took it to another level. Meaning you got in character after you left the movie, you still trying to bring that character.
That's what everybody say. Hey, that's what everybody say. Everybody say when he did.
Everybody don't say that.
Shit, well, a lot of motherfuckers who know him say when he did
Juice, after he did like y'all two niggas who really ain't no fans of Pac like that. Y'all really some haters. Y'all say shit like that.
Yeah, you just like Big Gipp.
Hold on.
You just like Big Gipp.
You gotta learn how to separate. Didn't we say this on one of the shows? You gotta learn how to separate fan from the character and the artist. Now, Tupac the
Long
artist,
as-
I fuck with him. That's number one in my book. But his character as a man, of me knowing how niggas is and me seeing him, his character was flawed because he
Bro,
blended in like.
Pac transcends
You a
that
smart guy.
reality. He not
You a smart guy, Josh.
You can't put that on Pac, bro. Some things you can't put shit on, bro. He one of
Okay,
them.
so
Man.
now you acting.
That
So
nigga
You a smart
now
guy,
You
Josh.
went to the
That
school
nigga
of performing arts,
Pac
man.
is a saint. Pac is an Orisha, my nigga. Hands off Pac, bro. Yeah, that's how I'm rocking, my nigga.
I told you.
Say,
Yeah.
I told
got
these
a
niggas
roll
in
with it.
Pakistan.
That's-
He's illogical when it comes to Pac.
Yeah, that's my boy. Hey, listen, I argue a nigga down.
That's
last
my
night.
boy.
That's the number
That's just-
one artist wise, number one artist that ever touched the microphone
Hey.
in hip hop. I'm gonna give
So,
it to
hey.
Tupac.
So check it out though. So the question is though, so when he went to death row, because somebody said this before. Somebody said if he would have went to rap a lot and got with Jay Prince, he'd still be alive today. He'd be a boss, something like that.
But
So
it
what
wouldn't
do
have
y'all?
no.
Hold on. So hold on. So check it out. So do y'all think he would have, or do y'all think he'll still be here today? Do y'all think he'll still be alive? If he went
That
to
nigga
rap a
be
lot
having Rico
or
at.
somewhere
I
else.
think he'll still be alive long as he don't go to a dice game with one of them boys.
Come on, you now. No, for real, honestly, he would be in the feds. He would be in the feds.
You say he'll be in the feds.
He'll
You
be
say he'll
locked
be in the
up.
feds. Why?
He'll be locked because for one, like during that time, what Rap a Lot had going on, it was more street shit for as getting money and being on a. And then you in Houston, you know what I'm saying? You with Pimp C, you all this shit, man. He would have been pimping hoes, selling dope, doing all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he pop, but he wouldn't have had.
Man, get your mind out the gutter, man. Let me raise your vibrations right quick, brother. If Pac wouldn't have went to Death Row and went to Rap a Lot or any other label, Pac would be like Will Smith right now. He would have got acting. Acting was his passion, my nigga. He'd be a big time motherfucking multi-millionaire actor, my nigga. He'll be industry. He'd be like, calm down. The more older you get, the more you calm down. Pac still be here for sure. To answer your question.
He's gonna say he'd be pimping and locked up. Damn.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell y'all my truth about Pop, and a lot of people not gonna like this.
Oh boy.
But I think that Pac was like one of those real smart square kind of dudes that had heart. You know, like he had a lot of book sense and all of that. I think he was one of those people that he got heart. He grew up in a certain type of environment or whatever the case may be. But he was smart. I think he was like more into like theater and performing arts and poetry and stuff like that, right?
Every time you see him, he was dancing.
Also, he was the type of person that'll be able to get up with you like in a street
wrong with that?
like that. So I feel like when he was trying to maneuver through the industry, although it might seem as though there was some character flaws there, we do have to keep in mind how young he was. And it takes time to develop and to find yourself, and also the pressure of trying to make it, trying to be successful, then the pressure of the different environments that you're in. So it's kind of easy for you to sway many different ways. I think a lot of us, because of the music Pac put out and the impact that he had on the industry, you have people like Supreme that they want to look past the fact that this person is a human that go through like human experiences and development like everybody else. The man is not an Orisha. You know what I'm saying? Supreme might pray to him and pour libations to him as his answer or whatever. But the thing is with Pac, I think that he would have eventually found his footing, but because he was such a hothead and he did have that heart in him, I think it would have taken a whole lot. And because he was so into different things, getting shot and all of that, I don't know if his body could have survived a whole lot of what he was doing in order to make it, because at what point was he going to sign to Rap a Lot? Was it before he got locked up? Or while he was locked up?
People was just saying instead of Suge getting him, you know what I'm saying, Prince going to get him at the time that, you know what I'm saying, he had signed to Death Row.
This on some real shit. That's why I say no. If he would have signed, because even back then, Jay ain't really had fair dealings with his artists, man. Look at Scarface and all them. Pac wasn't gonna stand for that shit that some of them artists went for. Rap-A-Lot done
Shit.
had a whole fucking they just had an army of motherfuckers do or die. Shit, Devin the Dude, they had niggas over there that could do what they needed to do, but it always was some type of money issue. You dig what I'm saying? Jay just had so much pull to where like some niggas just tuck their tail like, okay, I'm gonna take that, but I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how him and Zero bumped his. Don't play with my money. You know what I'm saying? Like even with that. So I think during the time with that, the way Pac is, he wouldn't have stood for that game with his money. And it would have caused a conflict of interest. So it might have could have ended bad for him, you know what I'm saying, over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, but I don't think he would have had the impact that he had because, like, at the time, Jay wasn't going to go against, you know what I'm saying, them New York niggas like that. The South didn't have enough force for that. You dig what I'm saying? We didn't have enough force to just have that war like the East Coast and West Coast. And that's what really propelled Pac when he was able to be with them Death Row niggas and they Death Row suited up and he mashing through parties and shit, looking for these niggas when they on the coast. That's what fueled that bad boy image and made it even more. That little run he had with Death Row really kind of solidified him as like immortal. Cause he was acting a fool. I got this big ass bully with me. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. He couldn't have did that damn South.
Well,
Yeah.
shit, I don't know though, because he was doing it in New York too, though. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
he was kind
then
of
let me
doing
ask
it
you
everywhere he
this.
went.
Okay,
He was
well, let
doing
me
it kind
ask
of
you
everywhere
this.
he went. You know what I'm saying?
Even with his music, what kind of producers did the South have at the time that could have produced the All Eyes on Me? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Death Row
I
had
don't
some.
think they had nothing like that. Yeah.
Okay, so his
Not
music would have
Say,
been
man,
something different.
I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna pray for y'all and just hope that the curse of Pac don't come upon y'all, my nigga. Y'all have at it, man. I'm
No,
gonna pray.
Okay, Prince, let me ask you
I
that.
actually I
Fuck
love
man.
Pop.
No.
Like I love Pop, but the thing is,
Prince said, "Fuck that, we ain't fucking with Pac like that."
I love somebody, that doesn't mean that they're beyond reproach.
Exactly.
Right.
Pakistan.
That's just like Jay. I love Jay. I looked up to Jay all my life, but I just told you he a bullshit nigga when it came to contracts back then. He fucked over a lot of people. He just was able to, you know, get them where like, hey man, don't say a motherfucking thing. If you don't like the money, go sit over there and you ain't dropping shit. Look at Do or Die. They just disappeared. He fucked over Do or Die.
But at the same time, he was making bosses too because Yuck Mouth, you know what I'm saying, he had showed him the game about, you know what I'm saying, get his own label with
Man,
the Smoke
Yuck
a Lot,
Mouth was in the
the
baby
Smoke a
that
Lot
dope,
records.
Man. He went,
Well,
and really Yuck Mouth got the game from P. You dig what I'm saying? They started out fucking around with each other in the Bay when P had the fucking record company. Yuck Mouth told stories about how like they used to look at P like he wasn't shit. Oh, that's the store owner. He ain't nobody. So he been having motion doing other shit. I'm saying if you really just look at Rap-A-Lot and you look at the background of Rap-A-Lot, just like with T.I., Rap-A-Lot had a lot of motherfuckers that should have been more successful than they was. I'm saying
that's true.
Do or Die.
That's true.
Look at
That's
Do or
true.
Well,
Die.
Rap-A-Lot had
They had
way
a
more
sound
people
that
that should have
was-
been successful than Grand Hustle, because
Yeah.
like Rap-A-Lot had Rap-A-Lot actually had a roster that.
Since we talk about lyricists, look at Devin the Dude. That's one of the man. People sleep on him. As far as his lyrics, he can tell you a story about everyday life and put the lyrics together perfect. You dig what I'm saying?
And poor Devin the Dude, he around there doing concerts at the local karaoke.
Yeah, that's him. He always been doing that too.
I hate to see him doing that, rapping and passing blunts to niggas he don't even know. Like it's just he be having shirts on, and this what tripped me out about Devin the Dude. He be having a shirt on with himself on the picture on his shirt. Like, my nigga, how you gonna walk around with a shirt on with you on the shirt?
Country ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was part of Face Mob. They didn't give a damn about that type of shit. They were artistry. You know what I'm saying? It's the art. A lot of people like a lot of people, and that's Southern artists, I give them that. It really was never about money with Southern artists. It was about expressing themselves, really. You dig what I'm saying? Because like shit, most Southern artists, like, they didn't go for the big bag. They just, if I can go hang out with my friends at the, you know what I'm saying, I mean my fans, and we kick it and smoke weed, and you know, hey, I'm giving y'all a good show, getting that love
PMC
back.
say, I'm PMC, bitch, in the ghetto, I'm a star.
Fuck you mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's just
that's how niggas, especially Texas niggas, bro. Niggas be stars in their own little area, my nigga, and be having their way and be cool with it. Look at Slim Thug now. They cool with what they be doing down there. Zero them, they cool with that shit.
Texas
You
is
go
a different
platinum in
animal though, because Texas is big as hell. You really don't
Right.
have to leave out of Texas in order to make millions.
Right. That's
Because
true
Texas
too.
is so big.
That's just Texas down there, whole country in
It's
itself.
It just niggas can be some rich niggas on some low budget shit down here, my nigga. For real.
Yeah.
Hey, so check it out. So the story of Pac, we can see with Death Row, that's one situation that didn't kind of work out. With some
It did, but it didn't.
No,
yeah, it did, but it didn't. But
solidify him
at
as
the
being
end,
more.
it
did.
didn't. But so
Hold on, this the
you
thing.
know what I'm saying?
We all gotta die, right? That nigga Pac said in his lyrics,
yeah.
if I want to be a
Outlaw
living
immortal.
legend when I die. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like now, look at Preem. Like, nigga, he ready to shoot us up over Pac. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, like, he did his due diligence as he did. You know what I'm saying? He lived his life to where, like, motherfuckers I'm talking about die about it. And that was his goal. That was his goal. So Death Row really suited him.
Hey, so what was some other situations that didn't work out with CEOs? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers signed. It didn't work out.
Did Mobb Deep work out with G Unit with 50?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Because after that, what they do? Just drop one album?
America's Nightmare.
I think that was
what the great sleeper is? A lot of people didn't realize because they were so bullshit duo. When 8Ball and MJG.
I was just about to say that.
With the
Bad Boy South. Yeah, man. It was a rap, man. It was a rap. Everybody thought it was gonna work.
Hey, but that album was dope. That album was dope.
Yeah, they had like 2 or 3 songs on, you know what I'm saying? Like major singles and shit that was banging.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's probably the only one. But
he had about 4 singles off that motherfucker. That was nice.
Yeah, there's a few. The one with Lloyd, you know what I'm saying? They had a few nice singles off there and shit, but overall that shit didn't work out because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something about Ball and G, how coming from a Memphian, Ball and G pissed us off a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that name up. She just gave him a name. A Memphian.
What?
Memphians, people from Memphis.
Because they done moved around. What? Because they went to Houston. Truly,
8Ball and MJG, they basically became some Texas niggas when they went to Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they messed around and went to messing with Puff Daddy, dancing and doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Doing coming in on songs and stuff, and we're like, what the hell is these niggas doing? The thing is they were solidified in the city. They were solid in the city, and we like their music. We appreciate their music, but it started to end up establishing a bit of a detachment because, like, when they are come and do shows, it made it seem like you forget that they from there. They started. It gave that celebrity feeling that we really didn't rock with celebrities like that. Because the people that we listen to our local artists most of the time. So you had the local celebrities, right? You had Ball and G, you had Player Fly, you had Project Pat, 3-6, them or whatever. So what happened was it was almost a crab in a barrel type of situation with Ball and G, because to be honest, they were the first ones to kind of like reach that kind of they reached different audiences from around the world or whatever I can say.
What about Tila?
Some people look at 3-6 Mafia like that, but it was Ball and G first, and really and truly at home it was like these niggas done went Hollywood.
What about
that's kind of
Tila?
like how I was looked at with Ball and G.
What Tila on Rap a Lot?
Tila was on Suave House.
He was on Suave House first. He was on Suave House first. Then he went to Rap a Lot. He was on Rap a Lot for a minute. Yeah, he was on Rap a Lot for a minute.
Jay and Tony Draper had bumped heads, back in the 90s when the Houston ain't big enough for both of us. One of us got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
So what about the game when he went to G Unit? It was big at first, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was doing
that thing. He wasn't big though.
I think it was good that he went to G Unit.
Who?
Game wasn't big like that.
Shit, when he went to G Unit, he wasn't big like that.
Not before he went to G Unit. Niggas didn't know.
I ain't talking about before. I'm just saying when he went, you know what I'm saying, and how it just, you know what I'm saying, kind of propelled the whole brand.
It was bad that Game went to G Unit. I think that was good.
I mean, but they ended on a bad note.
It don't matter how they
don't fuck with each other no more.
It propelled his career.
Aftermath.
Definitely propelled his career.
Tupac ended up dead after he signed to Death Row. That don't mean nothing without like what did it do for the career? That's what I'm saying. Y'all quit laughing at everything. I'm trying to be serious.
Hey, you know what was a horrible one though?
What's
When
that?
Old Dirty Bastard signed with Rockefeller.
He ain't
I
never
didn't
put nothing
know he
out, did
signed with Rockefeller.
Yeah.
he? Yeah,
Remember Old Dirty went to this
I remember
psychiatrist
that.
place. He
Yeah,
got out, went on 106 Park, dissed Wu-Tang, and announced that he was signed with Rockefeller on 106 Park. Dissed them niggas. Say they ain't fuck with him while he was locked up. And he said he owed money.
Well, that was
yeah.
the episode that I did not watch because I was always watching 106.
Yeah, I was so sad because I was Wu-Tang nigga.
Yeah, that was
And
big at the time.
Ghostface, my favorite Klansman. I
That was
shouldn't
big
call
at
him
the
a
time.
Klansman.
Hey,
That
matter of
sounded
fact,
like y'all
Big
know
L.
what I'm saying.
Big L too. Big L had signed to Rockefeller right before he got killed. You know what I'm saying? So there was two niggas right there that signed with Rockefeller that got killed or that died right before they even got a chance to put some shit out.
I'm gonna tell y'all one of the best signings ever, if you ask me. Quiet as it's kept. That Dr. Dre and Eminem.
I knew you was about to say that.
Because guess what? After Dr. Dre, he got Eminem, and Eminem when he got 50.
That was major right there.
That was the best signing. Eminem signing.
That was people probably don't want to admit, but that was one of the best to me.
I can't lie, that was magic because 50 was so big in the streets in New York with the mixtapes and all that shit, with the
How to Rob.
How to Rob with the How to Rob shit and all that. So you signed 50. Shit, when 50 signed with Shady, yeah, it was a rap. And that motherfucking album came out.
What about
back to back?
What about a more recent signing? Meek Mills to Maybach Music.
No.
No what?
No, he shouldn't have signed to Maybach Music. You don't sign to you have to look at everything's out in the open now. You get what I'm saying? So historically speaking, what artist under Maybach Music really was successful? Wasn't Wale under Maybach Music?
I was about to say Wale.
They done put that man on the emotion.
He was successful.
Wale was successful as hell.
Yeah.
No, they put Wale on the emotional roller coaster, whatever the hell was going on in Maybach Music.
That motherfucker had hits though.
He had hits. He sold records.
I love Wale. Like that's one of my favorite artists as well. But the thing is Wale, y'all saying Wale was successful, but hold on. Think about his peers and the class he was in. He come out with J. Cole and Kendrick now and Big Sean them. If you look at their level of success versus his,
he up there.
He up there.
No,
he up there.
People don't even mention Wale in the conversation.
No. Maybach Music, I gotta give Rick Ross his card. At one time, Maybach Music had the music scene on lock. He was hogging the lane, and all his artists
but he was hogging the lane. It was Rick Ross
with that Dreams of Night.
The boss.
Shit, like Ross
Meek was doing his thing though for a minute.
He was doing his thing before he got locked up and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was another nigga that was signed to them that I fuck with. It was a nigga from the Midwest. I can't think of that nigga name.
Well, let me ask you this: when he was signed, was Meek Mills getting paid?
That's up for debate. That's up for debate. Rick Ross said he was. Meek Mills said he wasn't.
I don't know. I mean, like you said, that's up for debate.
Well, Gilly the Kid said he wasn't.
I don't know. Maybe he knows something everybody else don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
remember when Gilly got into it with Rick Ross, and Gilly had said Rick Ross had Meek Mills in that bullshit contract.
I remember.
Let me ask y'all this.
They was really plexing over some contractual shit, and they just kind of heard recently at a concert, hugged it out or whatever the fuck they did when Rick Ross came out on the concert. But I think that was like when he got out from being locked up and he got on this, hang with Mark Rubin and all them. He kind of tried to get out the contract to be his own boss.
He don't need to be in no contract because he want a bunny hop.
I don't think it was a money thing. I think it was like because look at him with Rockefeller over there with Jay. Meek Mill, he ran over there with Jay-Z, right? And then like here recently he left that situation. they kind of kept it quiet, like it wasn't no plex and no beef or no issues with it. It's just like sometimes when you chasing to be your own boss, you maneuvering through certain lanes to try to get there, and everything don't fit for you.
I'm finna hit y'all with this. What y'all think about Pusha T signing with Good Music with Kanye?
Oh, that's a good
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a damn good one. Yeah.
Hey, that was a major move for everybody involved too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, Pusha T was losing his grip without Malice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was gonna be over for Pusha T label, and it's like it was because it wasn't hidden like it was hidden when he was with the Clips. Malice was alongside of him, and Pusha T was still rapping about young nigga shit, wearing young nigga hairdos, and it was just like, how we gonna quit laughing? How we gonna brand, how we gonna market this type of nigga? You get what I'm saying? And it took being over there with weird ass Kanye, like it works. You know what I'm saying?
But at one time,
I feel like it was a good thing.
At one time, Kanye had a bad lineup. Like I'm talking about, like they had, and it was quiet though. Like they was low key. You know what I'm saying?
Kid Cudi,
Big Sean.
Big Sean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he had some artists over there.
He had a nice roster. He had a nice roster. You know what I'm saying?
Tiana Taylor was on good with that singing.
Sci-Hi. One Sci-Hi good music too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Kid Cudi?
Who? Kid Cudi was signed to good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kid Cudi. Yeah.
Yeah. Day and night, the Lonely Stone, and he just free himself at night. I like Kid Cudi. I like Kid Cudi. So he started wearing them dresses.
So check this out, y'all. We know that Baby hit with Cash Money, right? With Juvie and BG now. What you think about him reinventing Cash Money with Young Money and bringing Drake and Nicki and them up?
That was Wayne though.
Man, he bingo.
That was really Baby though. Wayne was just a face.
Okay. That was I would say hands down the way Cash Money done stayed in the game, rebranded and all of that, and the way they kept reinventing themselves or whatever. That's a label. I could kind of like go on the limb and say just off the top of my head, I think that they just overall, like not just necessarily looking at how much money somebody making, because if that's the case, I think they like one of the most successful like record labels to ever exist, if not the most successful. Because like if you look at just the money, then okay, you know, Jay-Z and goddamn Kanye and them people, they got billions. So you know, we ain't gonna say that, but as far as the roster and the longevity in the game, I feel like Cash Money got the most successful label.
I think Cash Money got more money, had more money than Rockefeller.
They did. Like at one time, I think a few years ago, when Baby was saying when they had like they was damn near at $1 billion just for as artistry, like for as they artist sales and shit like that there. The money Jay and them got, that shit come from other shit, other investments. That ain't our rap money. When it come to labels that got the most rap money, I think Cash Money got on all their heads. You know what I'm saying? Because Birdman, he really, you know, he did some Rich Gang, alcohol or some shit like, but it just didn't bubble. So all his money really came from rap money.
And then you got to look at the individual artists. Like, okay, as a collective, they work well as a collective. Then individually, you got Nicki, Drake, Wayne himself, Tiger, one Meek Mills with them at one point, wasn't it? One Meek Mills, Young Money at one point.
No, I don't think.
Oh, well, he did some songs with them or something. I'm probably tripping because it was so many of them. Gutter. Who else? It was a lot of them niggas.
It was a little dude from Dallas, Lil Chuck. What was the little dude's name? He was like
that kind of looked like a little bitty Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Chuck.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He had the younger audience. You know what I'm saying? He had a good run.
I'm gonna hit y'all with one from left field though. Now this is an artist. Before I say who it is, this is an artist who had success, but he went to a different label, which I feel like he wasn't as successful, but he made better music. But that nigga Mac 10 went to Cash Money.
I don't know.
Man, hey, niggas sleep on that first motherfucking album.
No, it was a nice
Talking
album.
about
It was a nice album.
Banger Ball.
With the
Yeah,
first one he did with Manny Fresh.
it was
Hey,
a nice
man.
album.
That
It was a nice album.
Banger Ball.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's the one that got my song on All I Do. That bitch was bad. You know that song, that song that was on that album.
Man, that's a dope album, man.
All I Do.
Hey, that was a nice album, but that shit can't compare to Full Life and when he first came out and that shit with West Side Connection and all that. To me, no, that was the prime Mac 10 when he first dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like them first two albums. Like the shit with Cash Money was dope.
Pocket, easy. That's your homework assignment. Go back and listen to that first Mac 10 on Cash Money.
Banger Ball, like that's a classic album, VA.
Listen, Mac 10 Soft White album. That's one of my favorite albums. I don't know if that's on Cash Money or not, but that shit came out like around 2004, 5.
Somebody
like
talking about Cash Money signing Tina Marie in the comments.
Yeah, we had spoken. We had spoken that before. We spoke.
Tina Marie didn't do shit over there at Cash Money. She ain't seen not one song. What she dropping over there?
She had like 3 albums over there. Yeah,
I didn't hear that one. They probably had her over there flat back.
They were straight.
Yeah, they
probably so.
She was doing that overseas touring at the time. She stayed booked.
Yeah, probably so.
Solo in the comments capping. Talking about Big Mike was gonna whoop Jay Prince.
Big Mike. Now hold on, Big Mike.
I really don't think one of them niggas could fight, so I don't know how that would have went.
Look, he might have like he was going crazy at the time. Big Mike was burning up houses and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? About the money.
He said he burned up
that's what Solo said.
Burnt up the Rap-A-Lot studio.
Yeah.
That's what Solo said.
Yeah. Solo say, what about Mystical signing no nigga? That's talking about
on Big Boy Records at first, wasn't it?
Hey, that was a major success.
That was major. Yeah, that was major. But Solo also said about Magnolia Slim signing to No Limit. Now that was major probably for New Orleans because the Calio and the Magnolia beefing, the projects beefing, and Magnolia Slim going over there with No Limit instead of going over there with Cash Money with BG and Juvie, his homies and them. You know what I'm saying? So that was.
I really feel like Soulja Slim would have been more successful with Cash Money though.
I think he would.
And listen, Mystical was P's biggest, most successful industry artist. If y'all remember, man, before that nigga Mystical caught that case, that nigga was doing the shit with Skateboard P. That nigga had some hits, Shaking Fast, and
man, he was all in the club, all of the team.
Hey, that nigga was up there. He was up there with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, he would have been. He would have been way more successful before he had caught that case or whatever.
Facts.
But the thing is, with Mystical is, I'm gonna tell you what artists like Mystical, what happened to them when they go missing for a certain period of time. They have a certain style that it doesn't necessarily evolve with the culture. So what ends up happening, if he got to go lay it down for a certain point of time, the culture don't move forward, the sound done kind of changed or whatever the case may be. And it'd be hard when they have them distinct sounds for them to like catch on to it. It'd be real hard for them to do it, like to catch on to it. I feel like one of the people that I feel like do really good with catching on to the new sound. T.I. does good with that. Wayne does good with that as well. That they're able to like just catch on and keep it going. They, what is it called? They know how to reinvent themselves.
Jim Jones.
A lot of artists don't know how to reinvent themselves. And Mystical, he didn't know how to reinvent themselves, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna tell y'all another thing about
he did for a minute. He did because he
Mystical
slowed down the flow
is a lazy ass. Even though that's my favorite rapper or whatever the case may be, and he should stay locked up under the jail because he's sick. But Mystical is a lazy ass rapper as far as his pen is concerned. Mystical be I don't know one rapper that recycle lyrics as much as Mystical. Mystical on Mind of Mystical, half of the CD he had songs, half of the CD, the other half was the same damn lyrics with a different beat. The exact same song with a different beat.
No, but that didn't have nothing to do with that didn't have to do with him right. That was more some legal shit as far as using those same songs, but he couldn't use the same beats. He just wanted to bring that shit on to the new label.
No, listen, he had the same exact lyrics on the same album together. You heard the Man in the Mystical, but it was a different. We don't want to hear that shit twice. You get what I'm saying? Like, not on the same album. Damn, my guy, I just heard you say one over here. I don't want to hear it again on a different beat. And then too, he the same lyrics. He used them throughout. He used the same lyrics throughout his career. Mystical wasn't putting out a whole lot of new material. It was a lot of recycled stuff as far as the lyrics are concerned. Y'all ain't never noticed that about Mystical?
No, not really.
I remember when he first came back.
I guess I'm such a fan.
I fuck with
where
I fuck with him,
career, you could hear those same lyrics
Yeah,
over and
I
over
just
again.
like this energy on tracks, certain tracks, some shit. I ain't even understand what he was saying sometimes.
Yeah.
But I like his energy and how he could come in and just, but he could have recycled like a lot of shit.
I love it when he come in like that. Y'all know this.
Hey,
say I pissed on your porch and shit in your house.
I heard you talking about me. I heard that.
He said all kind of wild shit.
Yeah, and that's how I know he be stealing pussy, because if you listen to his songs, a lot of his songs, that man had a whole song for no reason. I came in with my dick in my hand. Now, why would you go into an establishment with your dick in your hand? You want some different? Your mind ain't right. You can't be with your dick in your hand.
The nigga say call him a pussy crook.
Yeah, he came. He said, I came in with my dick in my hand. Don't make me leave here with my foot in your ass. Be cool. Like, nigga, how you went from walking in masturbating to you kicking somebody's ass in the same breath? Like, you fucked up.
That sounds like taking some pussy, don't it?
Yeah, that's a real pussy crook.
Yeah, that's
hey, so check this out, y'all. Moving along, y'all. Y'all want to move along?
Well, move it right along.
So check it out, y'all, man. You know, one of our friends and guests of the show, Mr. Charleston White.
The elephant in the room.
You know, he back with a major national back and forth again, man. And now it's Math Hoffa and I watched him today. He like fuck New York, everything about New York. He went in on New York, and any nigga you could think of from New York, he went in, and so it's the reaching to the group. Niggas saying Charleston across the line. They draw the line. If you fuck with Charleston, I don't fuck with you, and all this other shit. And they say Charleston talks about the man, kid, his daughters, man. So that's where we at now. What y'all think? What you think, DAs?
Okay. First, I want to put it out there is this. A lot of people fail to realize just because you rock with somebody that doesn't mean that you have to go along with everything that they say and they do. You know, we are very strong-minded people. Don't nobody tell us what to do, how to do it, who to like, who not to like, and whether we like a person or not, we just gonna speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, as far as Charleston speaking about, sexual assault and things jokingly or whatever, and I know he's doing it for shock value because I know that he's not that type of guy, and he just be talking shit on the internet, and he has said it. I do feel like at some point you do need to draw the line. You don't have to go too far where you can't come back from it, where you're gonna keep yourself pigeonholed in a space where you gotta always act a goddamn fool to get attention. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to come in and come out just enough to add a little balance to what it is that you're doing in order for you to be able to maneuver successfully. So the thing is, yeah, you doing it for shock value, but everybody is not going to register that as it. And so I feel as though the stuff that he say, if you keep it on the rappers and you keep it on just going back and forth, and you could shoot a shot, but I don't like the fact, that he will make, you know, those shocking comments about sexual assault and what he'll do to women or children or whatever, knowing he ain't being serious, but that's really not no shit to be playing about either. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I do draw the line. But go ahead, Josh.
Didn't you just say Mystical was one of your favorite rappers?
And then I also say that he needs to. Then I also say. Then I didn't know he was stealing pussy before I started liking him. He was my favorite rapper before I found out he was stealing pussy.
Okay, now he's stealing pussy, but he's still your favorite rapper.
But then I say he also needs to stay locked up under the jail.
Yeah,
I also said that.
Yeah, you're right, but he's still your favorite rapper.
I'm not gonna. I can't take the. I'll be fake as fuck if I just say he ain't my favorite rapper no more because he did some things that I don't agree with. Yeah, he's
just
my favorite rapper, but that nigga needs to suffer the consequences of what he did. Huh?
You just said sometimes Charleston crossed the line because he say shit and then he probably really don't mean it, but he said. But Mystical didn't cross the line when he said he taking pussy, but then he really go do it.
Yeah, that's crossing the line, but see, Mystical locked up though.
But she said Mystical should be locked up and remain locked up.
No, Mystical is locked up and he should remain locked up. Charleston ain't out. Charleston is not doing the shit that he talk about. Right. Charleston ain't out here sexually assaulting nobody. Charleston ain't even really snitching on nobody. He's talking shit on the internet. So it's all shocking. Also, what I'm saying is at some point with your antics, there does need to be a line that you don't cross. You can't go too far with it because if you go too far, sometimes you can't come back.
Can I chime in?
Yeah, go ahead, Supreme.
He is the he's the line crosser. He already said there's no line he won't cross. The nigga said fuck the 9/11 victims. The nigga said fuck the Jews. All this shit. He's crossing lines that have been taboo in the media for years. So he ain't worried about crossing a line where he can't come back from it. You know what I'm saying? And he's staying true to that shit. And
the man was at the Fort Worth courthouse doing these white people voting or whatever the fuck they was doing, and he walking through the crowd of white people being recorded saying he here for the white pussy, he pimp white hoes.
Yeah, I seen him do that. And at that time, when he was doing that, I think he still had the locks or whatever the case may be, because Charleston done said, I done got into it with Charleston. He probably don't remember that shit. I posted my picture half naked. He said, ugh, the fuck wrong like me? I got on his stiff ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what we finna do. But that's my nigga though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you this here. In a movie, right? In a movie, do you ever watch a movie and say, man, you know what? They went too far. That was too gruesome.
That's a movie though, Josh.
Internet is a movie. It's characters on her. This is not real life.
That's what we realize. That's what we understand, and that's what Charleston understand. Everybody that we are small, we're a minority group.
So fuck who don't understand, because that's just common sense.
A lot of people you gotta fuck who don't understand.
Right. I already made my point. On the internet, you'll lose one fan and gain 3. It don't matter.
But at some point, certain things is not about
that nigga like, is growing.
Itself, it's about like character too.
Like how can you stop it?
You could stop. You can step step cross some lines, because y'all know I would step cross some lines.
Let me tell you something, Jason.
I'll pull your and people out the grave and talk about their ass if you talk.
Can I say this? I thought when that nigga was bragging about raping white women, I thought that's it. They finna sink this nigga ship. It's finna be over. It didn't happen. When that nigga said "Hail Hitler" and "fuck the Jews," I was okay. God damn it, that nigga that crossed the line. It didn't happen. That nigga said he hope Math Hoffa daughters get molested by their uncles. And that say, look, man, hey, I'll be thinking just like you, like, okay.
But that's still not, even though he is not serious, you still search shit.
I know that, but you was like, he might go too far. I'm like, what's
I'm
too
not
far?
thinking about him going too far as far as him getting canceled.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about him going too far because I ain't worrying about that because
So
cancel
what you
culture is
saying?
not real. I'm saying he's going too far. That's just some shit. That's disgusting. Like I wouldn't even play with like when it's kids involved.
Yeah.
Sexual assault.
Right.
I'm not like
Hey.
that's where it ain't even. I fuck the internet. Fuck how it's working.
Right.
Who
For sure.
like that shit is just disgusting to me. Like and
Hey.
that no, I no, that shit ain't cool. And if I no.
Hey, so let me say this. Let me come from this point. I get it. I get motherfuckers being mad. That ain't no shit I say. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no shit that ever come out. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone that shit at all. At no point, I don't defend it at all. But I will say this. Charleston has always said, he said the same thing. These rappers, your favorite rappers, have said worse. You know what I'm saying? And we repeat the shit sometimes, even if we might hear it, we might look like, damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Pimp C say, pregnant pussy is the best I can get. Fucking the bitch while a baby suck my dick.
Listen, you got Pimp C, you got E40 that done said some shit. You got
KRS-One.
KRS-One. You got a bunch of rappers. You got Biggie. You got Biggie.
Yeah.
So
at some point, the man got to be his own man and not be doing shit because the next man did and then try to prove.
He's not doing it because they did it. Words of outrage.
Okay, let's finish hearing what Heezy got to say.
What I'm saying is, the niggas making a point that y'all hear your favorite rappers saying the same things, if not worse. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ride with them. Y'all don't hold them accountable. But what I think is happening, because there's a lot of outrage about this shit. Like I said, hip hop is growing. We getting to 50 years. We getting older now. It's some shit that we just don't want to fucking hear no more. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of like growing pains of hip hop maturing and shit like that. It's just some shit that we don't want to hear. We don't want to hear no more. We don't want to hear that type of shit. So I think that's part of it too.
I honestly feel like your response is a deflection from what is happening because instead of
I ain't defending it.
You want to start talking about hip hop and the rappers.
No, I'm talking about what he said. I'm saying that's what he always said.
Yeah, I get
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
But
so I get both sides is what I'm saying. I get his point.
But this ain't about like his agenda right now. This is about
for him it is
whether or not
it's always about his agenda for him.
Yeah, but at the same time, even with that agenda, I don't give a damn what look, these rappers doing this or whatever the case may be. I'm not finna get down in the mud and get dirty and say shit because who in the fuck asked Charleston to be the goddamn the advocate, the spokesperson? Ain't nobody asked. This man done appointed his damn self the spokesperson or whatever.
Hey.
So we're not looking at him to be making these examples or samples.
But he has become that nigga. He became that nigga, and people ride with him heavy.
That's fine. I like Charleston. I like Charleston. My thing is this: at some point, you have to be able to create. You cannot go. You can't go certain places. Some things is just going too damn far. It's like I do not have to be repeating and doing and
listen, D'Asia.
Just like these other people to prove a point. Because at this point,
listen. You like
that's him.
That goes to show how wicked and toxic society is, and we underestimate the motherfucking internet and social media.
That's why I said
nothing's off limits. Nothing's off limits.
Why? Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all smart, intelligent men this, right? Y'all understand how algorithms work and how the conversation keep going the more that you talk about it. So if you're speaking negatively about something and you don't want to see these things anymore, constantly speaking of those things doesn't do anything but keep them in your face and make them relevant, right? Talking about stuff is what makes things relevant and go viral on social media. If you have someone that's for Charleston White and he's advocating against these things, but yet he is saying these things in his moment of you know, because I feel like if he got a message, his message, he never should let his message get lost. He should be able to get in the dirt with these people, but also leave a space for his message to get.
They're still booking him at the schools.
Okay, that has that you weren't about the social media and they. What I'm saying is this don't have nothing to do with. This don't have none. Fuck the social media. Fuck the internet. That shit don't exist right now in this conversation. As a man, as a person, I don't give a damn what's your reasoning behind saying some disgusting shit like that. It don't fly with me. I don't care if like where the rappers do it. You your own man. I don't give a fuck about that.
I feel you.
No one's arguing.
Yeah, ain't nobody
no one's arguing whether you should accept it.
Charleston radical enough. He don't have to go that low to do what he do.
We agree. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
We all agree with that.
Supreme said
I'm just saying
to justify bullshit.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's just saying the reason.
I'm just
why
explaining how far this shit will go, no matter how the push is to this is enough. As morally as a man, as a woman, it's not going to stop. Man, what's that white bitch name? The Miley Cyrus. She was just on stage pissing on another person's mouth.
Well, why is you adding to it? Like, my thing is
because
you can't start. I put it like this, and we can move past Charleston because we'll be going down this long dark road or whatever. My thing is you can't.
Shout out to the nigga nation, man. What's up,
my thing is that I know for sure you can't serve two masters. I just put it like that. You can't serve two masters.
Everything we thought was something. That shit being broke down and motherfucking.
I think a lot of you guys are so fascinated with Charleston is the fact that he get to say a whole bunch of shit that y'all don't be able to say and get away with it. That's the fascination or whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah, you should be able to use your voice and speak out on things. But when you start talking about sexual assault and all that or whatever the case may be, there is no talk around for that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I draw the fucking line.
Again.
But what line are you drawing?
I don't think that's right that he.
Okay, that's fine. That's not no major line because you don't think that's okay. Well, I don't think it's right either.
Yeah.
Right. I think we all agree.
Like
you just want to argue with me.
I think we all agree. The thing is, the nigga just showed the check. The nigga just showed the check the other day,
you can't
right?
With me, so ain't no sense of you signing up to fight me.
Hey, listen, hey.
What you say, Josh is looking like?
Hey, the nigga just showed the check the other day, right?
Y'all watching this nigga and everything.
What I'm saying is that's his agenda. His agenda is all about the money. So he gonna say whatever the fuck. We ain't gotta agree with. I don't agree with the shit. I don't think, like I said, I don't think none of us agree with it.
The nigga said he gonna ride till the wheels fall off. He said he ain't got no limit. He said he ready to die for what he stand for.
He said that, right?
He done disrespected the most disrespectful shit you talk about. So if that nigga is within himself,
I think
it ain't gonna matter what nobody got to say.
I think Charleston White, in a sense, has let fame get to his head, though. I will say that. Like he can't stop feeding the monster.
It's hard to tell.
Once we blow up and I join Illuminati, that's gonna go to my head too. You coming or what?
I'm coming.
Okay,
yeah, I'm ready for my Illuminati recruitment letter. I mean, I got about 3 cousins. I'm ready to sacrifice and everything. It's a whole bunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
What you got, Josh? What you got to say, Josh?
I mean, I'm just listening because, like, even with the like I said, man, like I know dude personally. Some of the shit he say, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It don't resonate with me, but I know the character, and it's like, if you watching a movie, you can't tell this character over here, man, nah, that was too much the way you just killed. That's a movie. This shit is in it. If you just said, I know he didn't do that. I know he just saying that. If he didn't learn how to play the internet, get people to talking, he didn't learn how to trend, he didn't learn how to put checks up, which what he said. I had a conversation with this man way back then when he was just going to the courthouse talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And fame didn't go to his head because he was in the courthouse saying the same. He was saying everything that you're not supposed to say on the city council floor. He would say the outrageous shit, tell the mayor all kind of crazy shit. So it ain't fame, it's just how his head is. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I don't like. I'm not saying he right for saying that. I'm not saying he wrong. If his character, who gonna do something about it? Do something to him. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody's so mad about what he said, he go everywhere around the world. He do what he want to do. Do something to him.
So you saying? So
I'm
this,
not mad about what he
this
said.
a great
'Cause I
point.
understand he ain't
John
character.
Prince, you're making a good point about the movies. We can sit here and watch Denzel Washington play a child molester, and they show a scene, obscene scene that we don't like, but we still know that nigga playing a character.
He playing a character, and we'll still say he. Matter of fact, we'll give him an award for being the best actor doing it. We'll give him an award for that and say, "Oh, that was a good. Oh, you
That nigga done
played
scored a
it well.
touchdown in his rookie debut.
You played that well." We'll give him an award for that. This same dude get on the internet. The internet is not real. He tell you, "I'm in character." You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing these folks to give me some money. And every time he say the outrageous shit that he say in character, people get mad. Oh, he can't say that. What? Denzel couldn't do that in the movie. Why y'all let him do it in the movie?
Right. Hey. So, do y'all think Math Hoffa was right for responding, or what do y'all think about his response?
Well, okay, if he that mad, because that's like if somebody say something about my kids on the internet, right?
Yeah, because that's what he did.
I'm not responding. My response gonna be, I'm going. Hey, listen,
showing up, right? I'm showing up. I'm showing up, right?
Now I'm entertaining. I'm just another character with him. I'm going back and forth.
Exactly.
And that's what I always tell people. Like, even my partner that's bumping head with Charleston right now, and you know what I'm saying? I tell him, you're never gonna beat this man on the internet because you trying to be real on the internet. The only way you will beat him is you jump in character. Talk about his people. Talk about his downfall. Tell him you're gonna call the laws on him. Nigga, I'm gonna send you to jail. That's where everybody wants you at. You understand me? I don't gotta kill you. I'll send you to jail. Nigga, them niggas in jail gonna have a field day with you. You gotta play his game. Cause when he turn that shit off and he see you, he gonna say, oh man, nigga, you tripping over that bullshit.
It's like I said,
niggas try like, oh, man, I was just, and you're not gonna do nothing to him. So, like, damn.
Niggas be trying to run a program with the software that don't go with their program. You can't beat that nigga with no moral shit. It's so bad. It's so fucked up now. The morally right objective looked at like a sucker. Bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, this world.
Right. If you don't say that, if you don't say nothing back, nigga, you a sucker type shit.
We have all drunk. We have all indulged and drank the devil's potion, which is social media and the internet, and this shit wild a bitch.
Yeah, I get it because I've had instances plenty of times where people like, oh my God, you went too far. They're just like, if you talk about me, you lock all your pictures up with your kids, grandma. Nobody better not be in no hospital bed. You better not be standing in no grave. You know what I'm saying? Lock all your pictures up. Because I'm pulling everybody out the grave. Everybody can get it from 8 to 80. It doesn't matter. All at the same time, for some people, for them, they might feel like that's where they draw that line at. Everybody has a right to say that's where they draw that line.
Yeah, for
sure. But it's not
I get that
call
too.
for this man being counseled or whatever the case may be, because you know Charleston White has been a highlight of many of my days. You know,
I mean, listen. If you think about it, just think about this for a minute. If that was if y'all seen that video with Charleston White saying that shit about Math Hoffa daughters and all that shit, think about if that was your first time seeing Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, what the fuck kind of, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have no idea. Maybe if it was your second, third, or fourth time seeing a nigga, you know what I'm saying? You still might say nigga 100 times. You know what I'm saying? You still would be like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Yeah, I get motherfuckers saying some shit like that and be like, hell no, man. Okay, this nigga, what the fuck type shit, you know? You know what I'm saying? So I get that shit too.
Yeah, and then too, it also depends on how I started. Because if you start with me, I mean, it depends on how I started too.
So check it out. It's so wild that even sacred things is not sacred anymore. Like this nigga Hassan Campbell, that nigga thought it was a good idea to not only confess. We get that, okay? People who've been molested can be helped by other people come out and say, you know what, I was molested, especially homosexual molestation. That's real hard on black men to say, as a child, I was molested by another dude. But to go into detail with the lubrication and the type of all this old shit, my nigga, like it's just certain shit you don't do.
Hassan Campbell out here getting more dick than me. It's just,
Niggas
I'm like,
say he thied. He say he thied me.
That man around there getting balled up like a presser, getting good dick. I'm talking about
what he say? It
balled
was
up like a presser getting nailed to the cross. I said, I want one of them niggas to come in. I'm like, what? Hey, Hassan, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, this shit crazy because that's why
I'm talking about that
this
man
shit.
around
That's
there.
why he famous though.
YouTube.
But that's why he famous though. That's the crazy thing. That's why he famous. Like everybody got it. Everybody was sympathizing with him at first. Everybody was on Bam by the ass. Like, man, where the fuck Bam by the ass? What the fuck? He got an answer for this shit. But after a while, it seemed like
he still loved Bam by.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. After a while, it seemed like shit. He was cool with it, or you know what I'm saying, something. So
and
then
now
he
you 16
exploited.
years old. You mean to tell me you sit there and stood there and watched a nigga grease his nuts?
So he exploited his old situation.
He say he thied him though.
Why his nuts needed to be oily?
If that ain't you sit there and let somebody they need to cross your thighs.
I done came across a plenty of nuts. I done been in a whole bunch of nutty situations. And I ain't never seen a nigga oil his nuts to get ready to do the do. Not your nuts. Both of them niggas retarded. Because I'm like, you done missed a whole scrotum. You done oiled up your balls. That shit ain't going in.
Man, we love.
Hey, listen. Hey.
Dave, now I draw the line. That's what you just said.
Had the spit star that motherfucker. You know that spit star gonna hurt.
Hey, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
listen. You trying to take it up the ass and you try to spit star. You gotta get silicone lube.
You went too far.
Body done when he got that Vaseline shit gonna be dry as a motherfucker. Next thing you know, he gonna have to pull out some WD-40 to get that shit cracking. He done fucked up that shit. He done fucked up that man a whole anal chamber. Like, why you do that? Why you do him like that? So I wish a nigga, I'd be traumatized if a nigga stood in front of me and went to oil in his nuts.
Charleston made a point about that today. He was like, y'all fucking with me about Math Hoffa, what I said, but ain't nobody done shit to Bambaataa. He walked around New York. He said that
I'd be scared of Bambaataa. That nigga.
The nigga say ain't nobody take none to DMX when DMX was in the car on Belly, getting his dick sucked by the 14, 15-year-old chick. They praised it on. Ain't nobody say nothing. The nigga went in today, bro. He brought up some points. And niggas be hypocritical as fuck, bro. Niggas be hypocritical, man.
Especially when it comes to the music. Like I said, we hear this shit all the time. We repeat some of this shit every time.
KRS-One got a song about sex with a 13-year-old.
Like I said, it ain't no shit I say, and I look at anybody crazy if they say some shit like that.
This whole, you know, these young folks or whatever the case.
Hey, that's what's in the news.
Hassan with his young tender ass tooted up from these niggas with these oily nuts. It's like boiled peanuts. I'm like, why the fuck? I just really want to like the scenario. Like, listen, never in my life. You know what I'm saying? Never in my life.
Hey,
I actually had a man or you know what I'm saying? You might lick a nigga balls, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But you know, that's how they get a shine to them. But the nigga don't never sit up there and oil them. Like, why the fuck did you oil? I just want to know what possessed this man.
So back to me, easy point. It's wide open out here, man.
Hey, no holds barred.
Listen, the crazy thing about it though, the nigga got famous from that shit. That's where he blew up at, and now he exploited the shit. Now he making money off the internet, just being a nigga just talking shit, and he blew up off that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how, like you said, that's how crazy this shit is.
That nigga say, "Shall we begin?"
Yeah, and he used to go by a gay ass name at first too. Hassan had a different name. Like
they say he got a boyfriend now.
He do.
Doggy Doctors went in on him.
He's definitely one of the girls.
wow.
For real, cause like and
Doggy
then he a
Dog,
light skin,
Doggy
he a
Dog
light
said
skin nigga, so
he said
they
his son
wasn't fair.
Campbell lying. He said he didn't molest him. He said they was lovers.
Yeah, that's what the
Since,
word
since,
is. But that would kind of make sense as far as because ain't nobody went out to Bambaataa. Like
Yeah, and
for
I
sure like
don't
that.
trust
You know
no
what I'm
nigga
saying?
that go live with that truck driver Bluetooth headset that her son be wearing anyway. This nigga got the whole 2000 kit on or whatever. Like, dude, you just he definitely stuck in some type of past with that
y'all
big
fucked up,
ass
man.
waterproof headset he be wearing on
He
his
gonna get
live.
on the ass about this episode.
But he do be. He
Right
do be
there.
having it. Y'all remember them old ass Bluetooth that curve under your ear and shit,
Yeah, we seen
and
that
it
big
come and wrap
motherfucker.
around your mouth and one go over your head. Like this thing got a whole he got gizmos, he got gadgets. You know, you can wear it like this one day. You can
Shall we
unscrew it and
begin?
wear it like this.
Shall we begin?
Then he got that big ass axe, the little hatchet. You know what I'm saying? Little bitty ass axe he be having on there and shit.
I'll be all
Man,
day
what the
on her
fuck
son ass.
with
Cause he
this
swear
nigga,
he
man? Niggas
gangster. He
actually,
be like,
but
I
listen,
did
niggas actually be watching this nigga.
King Kong
Niggas
ain't
actually,
got
Can't
shit
do it.
on me. Like nigga, sit
Yeah.
your old stupid ass down somewhere.
Niggas actually be sitting there watching this nigga, man. I'm like, man, I
Yeah,
can't
remember he
let me
used to
see
be
this motherfucker.
outside going live under the tree like he sell lemonade or some shit. Get your ass in the house, talking all loud in the neighborhood, disturbing the neighbors. Them folks gonna call police on him, man. Next thing you know, he gonna be locked up for disturbing the peace all outside with that bullshit in the neighborhood. Old people, I'm trying to sit outside, listen to the birds, and he whooping and hollering on YouTube.
With that
Stupid
bullshit.
motherfucker.
That nigga Charles say fuck the 9/11 victims.
Y'all stupid. Y'all gonna get our channel repeating the stupid shit he's saying.
I was like, man, this nigga so silly, man.
Don't repeat everything Charleston White say, and then I don't know if Mark Zuckerberg got any kind of in any kind of stock in YouTube. He will be fucking around in YouTube jail, fucking with Mark Zuckerberg.
So what you think about T.I. Boosie not showing up to T.I. paper party?
Boosie, T.I. never should have had no paper party with his another stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, that shit was stupid as hell. Like, what the fuck has it set you on?
But it goes to show the nigga strong in Atlanta.
Man,
T.I.
this nigga got
strong in
fans.
Atlanta.
He got fans in Atlanta. He got a lot of fans in Atlanta.
That nigga got pulled too.
Them people knew it was stupid.
That nigga got charged to pull off all the Atlanta podcasts.
No folk can't.
I mean, you gotta understand.
He got the radio. He got the industry on lockdown there for sure.
Definitely
definitely okay. Yeah.
When you say Atlanta, shit. Come on, man. You go T.I. in Atlanta. They go hand in hand. He kind of, in the early days when he tried to self-proclaim himself the king of the South, he did put him on his back for a minute.
Yeah, and as silly as I think T.I. is, like, I would never take anything. Like, that's one of the hardest. Like, to me, I'm not mad at T.I. saying that he was the king of the South, because guess what he did? He actually he said himself what you call it when you make yourself appointed. He self-appointed himself the king of the South, but also he delivered.
He delivered.
You can say that.
So you can't really get mad at him for saying he delivered, So I ain't mad at T.I. for that, but
it's
character wise, personality wise, like I don't know about him.
Yeah.
I mean, hold up. Let me back up. You think T.I. would be the king of the South versus a Lil Wayne?
I'll put T.I. over Lil Wayne.
Well, that's why he even says debatable.
Yeah, well, let's keep it a buck. When it comes to Lil Wayne, like as far as all the material that Lil Wayne has put out or whatever in his songs, Lil Wayne really don't be talking about shit, and he don't have a lot of quotables for his catalog. Nobody is walking around saying, how Lil Wayne said. He don't have quotables.
I gotta disagree with you.
It's just a whole bunch of words.
A lot of quotables.
See, hold on. Let me park there right quick, because this is my first day and I really gotta touch on this here, man. See, a lot of people, and I be seeing that in the group, a lot of people get that bullshit misconstrued with, he don't, man. Y'all
I
forget
agree.
hip hop is an
I agree.
art.
I agree.
Hip hop is an art. If you go back to the beginning of hip hop, them niggas wasn't really saying shit. But the art, that's like the artistic nature of it. Lil Wayne embodies the art of hip hop.
Yeah, and there's different
He
type
can
of
sit
art.
here
And
and
Lil
just go
Wayne
off his
art is
head on
too
some shit
abstract
and
for
be
me.
saying some shit. But then you can play it years and years later and
Well,
hear it and be like,
I just prefer to
damn,
look
that's
when I'm observing art. I prefer to know what I'm looking at. And
Somebody hit a fire, man.
only thing T.I. really did was talk about dope and trapping.
Hey, listen, man. T.I. said
sold
king
the
of the South. If we having a debate, that just goes so niggas the king of the South.
So let me ask you this. Okay, let's put it this way. Let's get out our feelings real quick, right? Because we our opinions are feeling based, right? So if you had a choice to listen to Wayne's dopest album, T.I.'s dopest album, and you had to ride around and you only had one album that you had to choose from, who album would you select to actually voluntarily, I'm finna take this album, I only got one of their albums, I gotta take this album, put it in a chamber, and I gotta ride and listen to it? Would you pick a Wayne album or would you pick a T.I. album?
I'm riding with the Carter. I ride with the Carter off top.
I'm not riding with you, niggas. I'm riding with urban legend and trap music. Fuck you niggas talking about.
I'm gonna pick a Wayne out.
Like trap music.
Okay, well, let's
I
split.
go with I'm serious.
I'm riding with the Carter off top. What the audience saying? Hey, the audience saying Wayne too.
Y'all down there in the comments, if y'all had to choose a Wayne album or like Wayne's best album, T.I. best album, whatever y'all feel like either one of their best album, or we ain't gonna go through that motion with y'all. Would y'all rather ride and listen to a T.I. album or ride and listen to a Wayne album? Y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know.
I'm riding with
I'm a different type nigga anyway. So I don't know, bro. I'm listening. Hey, when T.I. dropped trap music and urban legend, well, I was out here in the motherfucking mix, nigga. So that was like soundtrack to my life. So I don't give a fuck what was going on or who was about what at that time. Me and Kyra was out there, man.
And
then
before we start bringing Wayne into the conversation, because T.I. did self-appoint himself as king, we got to think about, like, you went to Wayne, I would have thought you would have been like, what about Scarface? Because that's who I actually think is the king of the South. But I'm not mad at the fact that T.I. is calling himself the king of the South.
At that time, I picked Jeezy over motherfucking Wayne at that time. Fuck you mean?
That's why I say it's debatable, even if T.I. was the king in his own city. It's debatable if he was the king in his own city. Because you had Jeezy at the time, you had Ludacris at the time. So shit, even that was debatable to me.
Now when Jeezy was popping, I was listening. I'm going, if I had to go between
T.I. and Jeezy, you gonna go with Jeezy?
Oh, I'm going Snowman. You gonna
go with
as far as what I'm gonna ride and listen to. I just was listening to.
But damn sure ain't gonna be no Wayne.
One other day, and
I was bumping Plies back then while I was bumping Wayne. Fuck you, man.
Man, I was bumping that Wayne, man. My leather so soft.
Yeah, Carter 1, Carter 2.
You know, like,
but I go so
man, I miss my dogs.
Yeah, miss my dogs. You talking about he don't talk about nothing. The thing about Wayne is the nigga got so many songs.
But Carter, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
The nigga just many sometimes.
After the Carter, Wayne didn't hit like that to me. After the Carter was like Wayne's. Carter and the Block Is Hot. Them was Wayne's hardest album. After that, them Carter, whatever Carter's.
Carter 2 was nice.
Carter 2
it was all right.
Carter 2 was too. No,
but ain't Carter 2
like Father Like Son? Like Father Like Son was nice. That's so solid.
Carter 2 had the what's that song?
Man is fat. To me, Father Like Son is better than the Carters.
Nah, hell, fuck no.
Yeah.
You said better than all the Carters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
It had some rollers on there.
That motherfucker had some roll. Hey, that motherfucker got some jams on that hoe, man.
But you got Baby on there. Man.
Hey, Baby was in the pocket. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all just
Yeah, he was.
I fuck with Baby a little bit, but
That
I ain't
nigga
gonna say he
verse
was
on
top.
11 So Soft is dope.
Yeah, on that song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
On the whole
yeah.
album,
Okay.
though, I don't know about the whole
Okay, let me
album.
ask y'all this. Let me
What's
ask
that
y'all this.
Junior
I think
5
this
mic?
is.
I wanna
Scooter
fuck with
5
5
think
mic.
this is a good. I think this is a good verses. Would you like to listen to Leather So Soft with Wayne or Bourbons and Lax, Master P? Which one was the best pop song?
Bourbons and
tough.
Lax, man. Come on.
That's
Bourbons
tough,
and
man.
Lax. Come on. Because, like, come on, man.
That,
I
that
don't know.
beat, that you think that beat on Bourbons and Lax, man. And then when that man said, "Play up, play on," I can't hurt you.
Yeah.
My
Come on,
mind,
man.
that was the shit right there.
Yeah, that was that
Which
shit.
Even
one?
Though.
Which
That was
one?
that shit though.
Huh?
Yeah, that was that shit though.
Hey, I'm
Now,
gonna put that in a group. I think that's gonna be a good post in the group.
They say I still gave him $5 to wipe my white walls, and then
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
people be hating on people be. We gonna have that conversation at another day because we've
They're
been.
gonna quit hating on Silk the Shocker,
We
man.
gonna have to speak
Man,
on
listen.
Silk and how people be hating on Silk too.
Hey, the nigga
If
came
he was
out
different,
hard,
but if you
man. I
listen
ain't gonna
to
lie.
any
He
of
came out
songs,
hard when he was on the
Nigga
West
better
Coast.
than Chief
If
Luke.
you
He
listen to
had
any
the
of his
bars,
songs,
don't it, Josh?
he had his own style, and he rolled his style, and he stood solid in his own style.
He just couldn't stay on beat, but the nigga was saying something though.
He wasn't trying to.
The nigga better than Sheik Luch.
Yes, but that's a whole nother conversation for a different day. Master P was lit, but they music stayed in that time frame. The Vatican. Oh, good comment. Make sure you subscribe. Haven't seen you over here before. That's actually is a good point for real. But I think that their music it has stood the test of time. But it's just a certain group of people, a demographic that really ride with
Yeah,
it.
cause listen, I was listening. I'm finna tell you, Alpha, no limit. I was jamming this the other day, and I pulled up somewhere, and I opened the door. I get out, and everybody turns around and was like, "Okay, that's that Fiend." You know what I'm saying, me?
Oh yeah,
Mr.
always.
One One
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Always bumping that Fiend. Nigga.
which
Off
one?
that,
What
he
Fiend?
said, huh?
Which
There's
one?
one
What
in every
song?
family. Oh, which
The
When he
one
song?
in
say
every
I'm close
family.
to my weed habit is so close to snow and
Snowden
powder.
Potter,
Got a
yeah.
few bitches, but it's
Yeah,
all
that's that shit.
about the dollar, and they don't holler unless you
Unless
move
you're
in
moving, like,
narcotica.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
finna
that
go
shit.
off
That was
niggas in
that
the
shit.
group, man.
Was that
That
on
was that
Street
shit.
Life?
Nah, that was on Silk shit. That was on Trying to
Oh,
the
okay.
Game. That was on Trying to
That
the
was on
Like
what
the
that was
game.
that was on
Game.
Silk shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on
Yeah.
Silk
Hard to
shit.
the motherfucking gang, man. That's way better than Gorilla Meat. Whatever the fuck. The
Hey,
Gorilla.
but after
Guerrilla
that though,
Warfare.
then you could say Silk. You ain't want to hear no more Silk after that, really. You
Nah,
know what I'm
both that
saying?
nigga albums dope.
You
Charge
talking
to the
about
game
like
and the Shocker. The Shocker, then
The
Charge to
Shaka,
the game.
the
Shaka was
Shaka
before
did
that
charge
though.
it to the game.
Yeah.
Shaka
So
was
after that,
before
yeah,
Charge
you're
It to
right.
the Game.
You're
Yeah, the
right. You're right.
Shaka
You're
was
right.
first, and then charge it to the game. And
Charge It to the Game. Then that was it for
Yeah,
Silk.
that was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
you
After
ain't
that.
want to hear no more after that.
That was
he
it.
kind of
Okay,
Hey,
bagged
when
hey,
him
out before
and
dropping
Mystical
out.
did what was that? It ain't what's that? When Mystical was talking about, don't make me peel your potato, don't make the devil your neighbor. What was that
It ain't my fault.
it ain't my fault.
Okay,
That was my
yeah,
fault.
that was Silk. That was on
I
Silk
may not be shit
album.
to you, but I'm the shit on this
Shit on
label.
this label.
Yeah.
That's just what I say.
But no, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Say
Anyway,
no limit music stand the test of time. Swamp nigga, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be a real southerner and just jump in your car and have that bang to where you put it, cause Ghetto Dope gonna be man, listen. Ghetto Dope, that's one of Master P's greatest albums. I'm talking about start to
Yep.
finish. You can put it in there, and if you hustling and you moving
yeah, that's a
around
fact.
You
throughout
live
your
for
day,
bitches
you
and
put
blunts.
that.
We live for weed and money. You live for bitches
hey,
and
the way that Ghetto Dope came on that was dope. The way it
Make
came
crack
on,
like
like
this.
in the intro, like he
Ghetto
was in a
Dope,
lab.
yeah. Make crack like this.
Only song that I didn't like on Ghetto Dope was Captain Kirk. I didn't like that song. I did not like Captain
All
Kirk.
the time I didn't put in work. I didn't know I was standing next door to Captain Kirk. Come on, man.
I did not like Captain Kirk.
Tripping.
Can you say me? Captain
Yeah.
Kirk, like bitch,
say when No
put
Limit
your
came
hand
out for
down.
we're having money, man.
I didn't like that song.
Yeah.
When No Limit came, we were having money for work, man.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't like
was
that
live,
song.
so you
That's
could
what
resonate
Cheers
with
made
it.
sweets.
And then when they pass me the weed, I need some green with my Hennessy. Oh, that was I'm like I'll be all like
I was hella red, coat my dang from the Bahamas.
yeah.
Went to see my girl smoke some weed with her mama.
Mm.
That's that southern. What Pimp C say? That's that southern hip hop, man.
Them southern rap tunes.
Country rap
I'm telling you.
tunes.
Country rap
tune.
tunes. Yeah.
Don't misquote Pimp C, my nigga. You
Well, you ain't help us out.
Don't misquote it,
You
my nigga.
had the Detroit cat that had to fix it. Anyway,
That's why he's the dean of hip hop.
Dang, man, you know it.
yeah, let's get into
I got it in my library.
Let's get into this school post.
What we got?
So this week's school's post is lyrical intelligence getting lower? A new study suggests the complexity of lyrics is declining, comparing words used in songs to reading levels in U.S. school children. Damn.
Cap. Who did the study?
What rap lyrics got to do with schoolhouse curriculum?
I guess some study group did a study, man. And you got niggas on the track, yeah, man. These niggas got the retarded lyrics and shit done. The shit is cap, my nigga. The shit that we thought was complex is not really that complex. Niggas back then prided themselves on writing so-called complex lyrics at the time to make some mumbo jumbo sound deep.
Like Nas, to be honest, because Nas say a whole bunch of shit that don't mean
But if you just listen to the shit now, it ain't complex.
And one lyric, one verse.
Niggas was tapping into your imagination.
Talking about, it was a Lil Jon song. He was talking about the civil rights movement. For real. No, stop laughing. I'll be serious. Stop laughing.
No, man, but I don't think shit more less or more, man. It's just not talking about the same shit.
Hey, damn, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say.
Complex lyrics.
You
know what? The greatest example, you know what I'm saying, or one of the greatest examples, I think, is my man who came on the show. You know what I'm saying? That was a young dude. He was real intelligent. A couple months ago, what's his name? What's his name, Preem?
Ahmad.
Not
Ty J.
Yeah. When he came on the show, he was real intelligent. He talked about, you know what I'm saying, the getting money shit. He talked about the Black Power movement, all that type of shit. He spoke real intelligent. And if you listen to his lyrics, you might, you know what I'm saying, get one of them impressions like my man is in them was saying in the group, talking about these niggas don't be talking about shit. They, you know what I'm saying, they dumb as hell. Or you might agree with that post. But if you really go out here and talk to these niggas like we had on the show, the evidence suggests and the evidence shows that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers.
Smart.
Yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers who excel, a lot of motherfuckers going to college and shit like that, and they rap like that. They listen to motherfuckers who rap like that and shit like that. So yeah, that's just some bullshit to me. Where the fuck that study come from? I'm gonna give you a
perfect example of an artist right now. I mean, he not like you know, in the younger generation, he kind of hip, but this nigga smart. You know what I'm saying? He a street cat. He's smart. His lyrics kind of up and down with his sense. But if you ever have a conversation with him, or if you watch how he move, Money Man. It's smart on all aspects of, especially when it comes to the money aspect of investing, all type of stuff. Like the man got a head on his shoulder. In some of his lyrics,
baby picked him up first.
Yeah.
Hey, and the thing is, every time we post one of his songs in the group, motherfuckers be like, man, what the fuck is this bullshit? And these niggas mumbling and all this shit, but you would never know. Like you said, if you don't know what the fuck he doing outside of rap,
nigga nice on the money.
Know. And he said cold to me.
Nigga nice
on the money, man, all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of motherfuckers, who, especially the older generation, our generation, who can't adapt to the sound and shit. And they just automatically think niggas just saying some bullshit without even actually listening to it, without actually looking into a nigga background and seeing what motherfuckers really do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Mr. Wise the Dome is watching, but you should have posted the source of that bullshit ass.
Mr. Source, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
I think, did he put the source on here?
Nah, he just quoted somebody. Down. Yeah, man, this nigga just pulled some bullshit off Twitter or something.
I'm gonna get on nigga ass too.
Y'all can't get mad at that man for stating his opinion.
He didn't even state it like it was his opinion. He just posted that.
People are horrible. Anyway, let's get into this hip hop trivia question. Y'all ain't y'all out there that just tuning in or whatever, it's 10 of y'all. Hey, motherfuckers. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, like the video or whatever. This week hip hop trivia question is, what song did Juvenile produce for Mystical? Again, what song did Juvenile produce for Mystical?
That's a good one.
Y'all, neither one of y'all
have no idea.
Anybody want to take a guess?
Like I said, the shit just kind of surprised me because since they was on two different labels. And
that threw me.
So I don't even know.
I
ain't got no idea about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a guess. Smoke still smoking?
No.
Hey, is it like a mainstream like song, like a single or something like that? Or is it something like on the album? You know what I'm saying? You had to listen to that.
I would give y'all a hint. It's on Tarantula.
Tarantulas, all I can say. Shit.
Somebody in the comments said, shake your ass if you think milk. Now, if you thought this, hold on now. This man said, shake your ass. Now, if Pharrell was all over that beat,
right? What the fuck wrong?
Like, it's no much like you don't even have to look at the credits to know that was Pharrell. Wasn't he even on a damn song?
That's that nigga Montoya, man. The black soccer team went to dialogue.
He just saying anything. He just saying anything. Bless his heart. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you. The song is Settle the Score. It's on Tarantula.
Yeah.
That's when, you know, Juven had Love Cash Money. Mystical had Left No Limit, and they was with Jive. And if you listen to the song, at the beginning of the song, they saying, Juvenile is actually saying, they don't believe I made this beat, and they were like, you know, they were just talking shit back and forth.
Damn, that do sound familiar.
Yeah, Juvenile is the one that actually produced the beat on Settle the Score on the Tarantula album for Mystical, and they was just working together. Them niggas was just venting on the record or whatever. But
I
yeah,
do remember that. I remember that now. Now that you say that, I remember that. Yeah, for sure.
Nigga got guy, but he won't no more. The next time around, I'ma settle the score. Yep, that's the song.
That's what's up. She the came with the trivia.
Yep, you know I had that badass trivia.
Yeah, came with the trivia this week.
By time.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to have them trivia questions. You get mad because a nigga done answer. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Make sure that you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, we here each and every Friday at 8 p.m.
Got a treat.
Time.
Got a treat next week. You know what I'm saying? So
we got a hell of a treat next week. So y'all better stay tuned. Make sure you
shout out Josh Prince, man.
Yes, indeed. And y'all know y'all need to stay on real quick.
Yeah, man. We went a few rounds, man. I think for my freshman debut, I held my own, man.
You did?
Hey, I probably have to wrestle backstage with Preem about that pop shit, but hey,
yeah,
man,
I'm about to cuss you out in a minute. As soon as we end this, it's gonna go down.
Oh wow!
Next week the chemistry gonna be all off because they gonna be like, the motherfuckers must have got into it.
We
like Starman and Angela.
Hey, look, people be wondering what the fuck happened, what's going on.
They was riding down on her ass in the shade room too today.
What was the name with Angela
Yee?
Yeah, Angela Yee and Charlemagne, and I know her and Charlemagne had got into at one point.
Angela Yee, like
she trying to pull the how she was getting treated because she was a woman type shit.
Tried to pull what card?
Yeah. The woman
card on her regular show done went down, so she's just throwing something.
Protect black women.
I don't know. I guess, you know, sometimes, you know, y'all, this people on her sexes and shit and all kinds. I don't give a damn because guess what?
Let's show Matt finish this show, girl.
Huh? Yeah, look at this. How I'm getting roughed around like this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody help me fight for I'm finna start a women's rights movement up in this bitch. Yeah, I'm seeing Angela Yee.
Yeah, go get her.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
The Hip Hop School, Past and Present Podcast.